Welcome to the Real Estate Majlis podcast, where we dive into the latest real estate insights and trends. Whether you are a seasoned investor or a first-time buyer, our podcast is here to provide valuable information and expert advice. This episode is powered by Bayut, the UAE's leading property platform and proud member of the Dubizo Group. Whether you're buying, selling, or renting, Bayut connects you with real estate solutions tailored to your needs using innovative tools like TrueCheck, TrueEstimate, TrueBroker, and Bayut GPT. From finding your next home to advertising your listings with confidence, Bayut offers real photos, real prices, and real properties, helping you make informed decisions in the market. Welcome to a new episode of the Real Estate Majlis podcast. This is a new season. We're starting with new guests and not so many new guests. And Mahmoud Al-Burai, my friend and co-host. How are you, Mahmoud?
Great to be back.
Yes.
With a great guest with us today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Today we're going to be talking about Million Dollar Listing Season 2, UAE. And we have with us Ben Bandari, executive producer of the show and also cast member, and also a new cast member, Sarah Serhan. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks
so
for having
much.
us.
Even though I can say I'm a bit biased to talk about the show because I've seen behind the scenes and in the scene, but I want to hear...
And you've been in the scenes.
In the scene, some of them, but I'm also very interested to hear and show with the viewers a little bit more about the inside out. So let's start. So Ben, how do you feel being part of the show now? It's season 2, different points of view. The market has evolved since season 1.
I can say that the show is completely different than season 1. Season 1 was great. We broke all records on Stars Play. But season 2, we have 2 new cast members. Mm-hmm. One is from Abu Dhabi with PSI, May Khalid.
Yeah.
And then we have the lovely Sarah Serhan sitting right next to my right. And people will find out a lot more about the cast members. It's a little more candid. So
Right.
it dives into our personal lives. Mm-hmm. And Sarah and I, we work together as well. We work in the same company. Well, Sarah works for Benco Real Estate. She's an associate partner, and it shows our relationship.
Behind the curtains, but it won't be behind the curtains.
Yeah.
It will be on screen. I think the season will definitely be a lot stronger, a lot more exciting than season 1. Nicer properties, a lot of exciting projects. And of course, it's very interesting for me to be with a veteran in real estate, and all the others also, they have a lot more experience than me. So I am the youngest in age and the youngest in experience. So a lot of the other cast members did feel a little bit threatened by me. Like, who is she? Why is she even here?
Yeah.
But of course,
You make up for it in other ways.
numbers talk for themselves, right? It's all about numbers.
You need to keep going with the good personality as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
And
So
see
it's-
the fights you've been having.
Yeah, I mean, we butt heads a lot on the show. It shows a side of us that people will wonder, when they see the relationship, because we do have a great relationship.
Yes. We're like
We have
family.
a very good. Everyone in our company is like family.
Yeah.
But when it comes to work and it comes to numbers and it comes to certain things, not everyone always agrees.
A lot of people sometimes ask me, is it real? Is this property transactions actually happening?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Tell about the process a little bit.
All the properties, all the transactions on the show are real. Everything is obviously recorded within the data in the Dubai Lands Department. So we cannot fake any of the sales. Can you imagine one of another agency sold the property and we faked it? Then they would say, this is fake, this show is
They
fake.
will
That
know.
would totally
Dubai
destroy
is
the
small.
credibility of the show.
They will know.
Right?
And then the other thing as well, when I auditioned, for example, oh my God, I went through a very difficult process. They interviewed me 4 times. And it wasn't easy. My first interview was for 2 hours. It really wasn't easy. And they wanted proof that I've actually sold. They wanted proof that I'm actually licensed. So even for you, just to be part of the show, they have to really qualify you and make sure that you are a legit and a real broker.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the story that we're trying to tell people from this season?
Obviously, we want to show how beautiful this country is, the UAE, the properties that we have, obviously the culture, the heritage. I come from Canada.
I grew up in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Very different
I think
culture.
everyone here,
So you have
obviously Brazilian descent. So there's different cultures, different nationalities. I've been here for 23, 24 years plus. So when I first came from Canada, there was a lot of pushback when I would go back and I'd talk about Dubai and how great Dubai was and how I could just go on the beach and just lie, and enjoy my suntan. And people were like, are you serious? So I think, it's just breaking stereotypes. It's letting the world know how the culture, how wonderful this country is, and the real estate as well.
And what I really like about this season is that we are so involved in like families. Like we've got families, we show our families. You'll be seeing my house, you'll be seeing my dog, you'll be seeing my husband. So I really like the fact that they allowed us to see who we are as people. In the end, I'm a human. And a lot of people think, oh, brokers are just brokers. It's just buying, selling. No, you need to have a certain personality to do this job. You need to have a bit of empathy. You need to put yourself in that person's shoe. So I really like the fact that they allowed me as a new member to show the world who I am. I'm a human just like all of you.
Yeah. And it shows the wins and the failures.
Yeah.
Closing the deals falling through.
Yeah.
I think it's a good point because a lot of hate in the industry, right? And a lot of people, they mark brokers are not necessarily
Humans.
not just humans, but they think they have an easy life, and they're making millions of dirhams in commissions, and they only think about that. I think it actually is the case for many of them, but in reality, that's not how it goes, right?
Yes.
We had one of the story writers on the show, and she was intrigued, like she was amazed by the deals that were happening, and obviously she only saw one part of the business. And she actually said, listen, after we're done filming, I want to work real estate.
Can you imagine?
Right?
Did you give her a job?
Yes.
I know. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
No,
No,
you
we
didn't.
did.
She works on Sarah's team.
Yes.
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Good.
She saw my post on Instagram. And I was like, stop joking around, please. I don't have time to waste on this. She's like, no, please, please, please. And I thought she was joking. And then she spoke with Ben. I was like, what's going on? And then he's like, Sarah, please, I need to talk to you.
And then I had to get permission from Navigation Films because she's under our visa. And now she's on Sarah's team. She's literally crying
every day.
every day. She's like,
So she's regretting the
She's like-
decision?
she's like, I thought it was much easier than it is. She's like, I'm getting a
she's
lot of
crying all the
rejection.
time.
People hanging up the phone.
Yeah.
People not wanting to talk to me. It's not easy.
People
That's-
think
and
money falls from the sky.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You need to earn respect. You need to earn trust.
especially when you watch shows like Million Dollar Listing.
Yeah.
I want to talk a bit about the market. And obviously, Dubai's had an amazing run. But there's a lot of spotlight now in the Abu Dhabi market.
Yes.
And I want to hear from you guys, from the show perspective and from what you're seeing. What's going on in Abu Dhabi?
Oh, there's a lot going on. You've got 2 museums opening up soon. I'm very excited for this. So this is very good because of 2 reasons. First of all, I think the property market is going to appreciate in Abu Dhabi. It's going to attract more tourists. The other thing as well is that there are a lot of upcoming projects on this beautiful beach. And then Sariyat has one of the best beaches, I would say, that I've seen in my life. I've traveled a
it's
lot.
natural.
It's
beautiful.
natural. It's this turquoise level of blue. It's a natural island.
It's unreal.
So it's a virgin island, and I love it.
And undervalued as well.
But I think after you have Zayed Museum, and after you have Disneyland, and then after you have the Guggenheim, I think it's going to appreciate. So if buyers don't move now, they're going to miss the train.
I've always been saying Abu Dhabi is a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
I mean, Saudi Island, where in the
so
world
nice.
can you find like all the culture, the history, the Louvre Abu Dhabi? As a matter of fact, while we were filming, I came to know of the fire project on
The
Saudi
fire
Island.
mansion, yeah.
This is like unreal.
Yep.
You don't have anything like it in Dubai,
Exactly.
where you can sit with the developer and customize and tailor your own property and your own mansion. Like, who does that for you? I haven't heard of it in Dubai.
There's a lot of thought process in terms of customer experience. Obviously there is the
Yeah.
destination aspect of Abu Dhabi, but there is a lot of going on in terms of building products with purpose as well. And I think this is very, very unique.
I see a lot of investors who believe in Dubai plus one strategy, where one is Abu Dhabi most of the time, which is great to see how the 2 cities are complementing each other.
Yeah.
We've seen 100 billion dirhams or above from ADREC, Abu Dhabi Real Estate Center. This is the transaction volume, which is maybe the largest in the history of Abu Dhabi real estate market. So in terms of the profile of buyers, who are buying in Abu Dhabi as opposed to Dubai? What kind of profile?
I think before it was mainly Emiratis, long-term expats that were buying
actually,
more
yeah.
in Abu Dhabi. But now with I mean, with the great initiative and the marketing and everything that Aldar and some other developers are doing in Abu Dhabi, I think it's becoming more and more well known globally. Like you said, it's undervalued. It's great value for money. I think it's more of a long-term investor, and I think it's more of an end-user product rather than short-term speculation where people are just jumping on the bandwagon here in Dubai. Not to take anything away from Dubai.
No,
we love
absolutely.
Dubai, but I think Abu Dhabi is the place to look at.
Yeah, I mean, demographic-wise, we have, again, customers coming from all over the world, right? So there's a lot of buyers come from China, India, UK, it's across the board. But, there's a lot coming from the local market as well. People who believe on the long-time vision, strategy, and again, what the destination place making that Abu Dhabi is becoming from tourism point of view, from culture point of view, and all of that is enormous. So it's really nice to see. But going back to the show, as a wish list, what do you want people to take away from a real estate perception point of view? And also, what do you believe other brokers need to understand when they watch the show? What kind of message you think you would like people to take away?
When you work as a real estate broker, you need to always think outside the box and you need to be so creative. If you have to sell it, it doesn't matter how you're going to sell it. You have to sell it. So, for example, I had a property that needed a bit of staging and I only had 48 hours to do it. Don't ask me how. I was shopping for barbecue equipment on a Sunday and I went and I had to buy like dining sets and all of that just to stage the property, to do a marketing video. I had to find a family with kids and I'm like, oh my God, whose family is going to bring their kids and do this for me?
You're going to rent on a Sunday morning.
So I was like going around trying not to go crazy because my boss decided to give me a property last minute while I'm moving houses.
That would be me.
So I had literally 48 hours to stage the property and do a marketing video in order to help sell this property. So I did all of the staging and all the work myself. Like I set up a trampoline, I did the whole idea, myself, and it was very hard.
Yeah.
But then in real estate, you really need to think outside the box, and you do need to think of non-traditional ways of selling the property.
And we were actually butting heads. We had some disagreements and she didn't want to take the property, but this property was actually very important. So I told her it needs to get done.
I told him give it to someone else.
And I said no.
I told him give it to someone else. I'm too busy.
Okay, let's not fight. Is that what we're going to watch in the show? You both
this is
no, seriously, I almost quit. I almost resigned. Even off camera, like we had a huge argument. I'm so mad about it. And
it's
now
been
when I think about
how
it.
they call the work husband?
No, I was really mad because, he was pushing me too much. I know people think we have a very special relationship, which we do. But in the end, he is my CEO. He is my boss. And sometimes, yes, he thinks a little push can push me further. But what he didn't realize is he pressed my buttons and I almost actually quit the show.
I only push you because I know that, you can do better.
Oh, that's nice. See you.
And this is actually the life of brokers here in Dubai. A lot of people think that brokers are making easy money. They wake up at 11 a.m. Enjoying life. But I think behind the scene, you put a lot of efforts, right? And that brings us to the question, what are the messages that you have for people who aspire to be agents, young agents, agents with little experience, agents who are almost giving up? The last stage of giving up.
That's my team.
We have some of these agents. Every Monday we have a weekly meeting. And I always tell the new joiners, it's the long run.
Yeah.
Don't think short term, right? Establish relationships with your clients. Become friends with them. Ask the right questions. And just, make them feel special. You give them the best possible advice that you can. Integrity is everything. Don't lie to your clients. Be straightforward. Don't make promises that you can't deliver because it's a long run. My first client is still my client today from 23 years back.
As soon as we finished filming, I told Ben I'm going to set up a team because I was so fed up of getting disappointed from different types of brokers in the UAE. So I told him I want to have not younger versions of me, I want to have better versions of me. He was very surprised when I told him I want to hire brokers that don't have real estate experience. I was so surprised to see the number of people that actually inquired. So right now I've got 12 brokers with me in my team. I've trained them from scratch. I've taught them everything. But the most important thing that I would say to all the new brokers, if I can do it, so can you. It all starts with the mindset. You need to know what you want. I don't care if you're 18 or 19 or 35. If you see the team that I have a lady, she's a telecommunications engineer from Germany. She's an engineer, you know, and for example, I've got a gentleman from Spain who's like, you know, from a different country that just saw my post on Instagram. So I've got a very interesting personalities, I would say, in my team. But it all starts with the mindset.
100%.
And there's a lot of merit on bringing people outside the industry that are not polluted their minds with the way they believe business should be done.
100%.
And I think you see a lot of brokers jumping from company to company saying, oh, this company's not good, let me go somewhere. But it's not the company, you know, it's not the wallpaper is going to change. It's how you think and how you behave, how you look at your customer. And if there was one wish I could have for the industry is that people focus more on the customer experience, you know, understanding, you know, not rushing. But sometimes, you know, they are with the customer, they're not looking them in the eye, they're not speaking to them on the phone. You know, they're on the launch. I see this all the time. They're on the phone with somebody else and the customer is there in front of them. They had that opportunity to make that experience magical, but they're busy on the next deal.
So bad.
And it's crazy.
That's bad.
Right.
They've lost the client. You'll close the deal and then what? He's going to go find someone else to work with.
And not only that, there's a lot of brokers that because the customer don't buy from them, they get upset.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
And
That's wrong.
again, I'm going to say, lose a deal, but don't lose a client.
100%.
Lose a deal, but don't lose a client. People get so emotional that they look at the they
lose
get
everything.
upset. But things change, you know. He will refer you somebody else. There's something called ethical debt. You know, they will eventually he might have found a better deal someone else, but if you've done something good for him, he will eventually think
Come
about you
back.
and say, you know what? I need to do something for the girl, for the guy.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
Wow.
Your experience, Sarah, with the social media. So we've seen how you started your journey, how you managed to also be very active in social media, and within maybe a couple of weeks or a month, you managed to not only double, maybe quadruple your number of followers. So how effective social media as a tool for real estate agents, and what are the best tips and techniques you give to them?
Social media is very, very powerful. Like, for example, I had only 2,000 followers, and from 2,000 followers, I closed 25 million from real estate. Reels, I would say, on social media. That's still very, very good. It's very, very good. The quality of your content is very important. Obviously, you have clients that love the fun stuff, and then you have clients that want to see the classy stuff. And for me, I'm so focused on either promoting my properties or promoting myself as a person. So you can either get followers from this or you can get followers from that because you're targeting different personalities. Not every person is the same. Social media is extremely, extremely powerful. But in the end, it's important that you have very classy content. Not everything that you see viral is good. You might have even 200, 300,000 followers, but how much did you convert from all these followers? So that's all that I can basically say. It's about quality.
There's still a lot of brokers who do not venture in social media. They don't do content, or the content is purely pushing out, oh, here's my property. Here's the living room.
You're shoving the listing down the throat of
There's no value they're
clients.
creating.
It
You know?
doesn't
But
work.
anyway, I think the first step is getting people online for them to be consistent and putting
just starting,
the
right?
information
Consistency
out
is
there.
very important. Absolutely.
Especially because there's one little thing that people forget. It's for free. Doesn't cost you anything. You can go viral for free.
Yes, and make money.
And people worry
Make
about
money
the
from it.
hair, they worry about how they look. What about you, Ben? You now, since season 1, you know, became uber famous, cover of magazines, the golden boy of real estate. If there's one thing you would tell brokers from a social media point of view, from what you've learned through the hard way, what would you say?
Well, I need to be more active on social media. I have to make the time. But I'm not as active as other people within the industry, but it's extremely important.
Yeah.
I bump into people in the street or I meet people at events and they're like, oh, I follow you on social media. I don't have much of a following, not compared to all of you guys.
It's not about the number of
but
followers.
I think
The quality
maybe,
of the
you know,
people that
it's-
follow you.
It's about 10,000 plus, but it's everyone in the real estate industry, like brokers, agents, developers.
Clients.
And some clients
It's a
as well.
network,
It's
yeah.
a network. So
Yeah.
when I do go to the events and people start talking and they say, oh, I saw this post or I saw you mention this or, you know, they bring up something and I'm like, how did you know? Oh, I saw your podcast, for example.
That's nice.
It just shows, you know, the power of social media.
Yeah.
Traditionally, business or real estate business used to be off social media. So at the time before social media, things were, you know this person, you know this agency. But now, if you are not in the social media, then you lose maybe 70% of customers.
you don't
every
exist.
night.
We've seen some agents just pop out of the blue. So people who we didn't even know, we never even heard of within the industry. And over how long they've just popped up and become.
Yeah, and I see a lot of brokers that are, I'm the specialist of this community. I've been in business for 20 years, and I see like the new kids TikToking, doing videos, and like taking all the clients away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end.
Yes.
I need to hire those people.
Yeah.
If there is one thing you wish that it changed in real estate agents or in the real estate market, what will be that thing?
I wish it was a little more regulated, meaning.
Now define regulate. It's very regulated.
So, more like the US or Canada, where every property owner could only list with one person.
The exclusive.
Exclusive.
nice,
Okay.
yeah.
That way, because we put a lot of time, effort, we spend a lot of money as well. Lands Department have done a great job. Now they've limited it to 3 brokers. But I think if they just narrow it down
To one.
to one, I think it would be a game changer. And I think that it would weed out all the other brokers or brokerage companies that aren't really doing justice to the real estate market.
Dubai is on way to maturity, and maybe that happens.
Amazing.
But the same question to Sarah: what is this one thing that you wish that it changed in this market?
Business ethics. I don't know if this is related to the market or maybe mostly the brokers. Business ethics is something that's usually taught at home. Parents should teach their kids, and families should teach their kids from a young age about transparency, honesty, no stealing, no lying, so on and so forth. But unfortunately, not everybody has access to that culture. So it's our job, hopefully, if the brokers see me and Ben as role models, to understand that business ethics is extremely important. Your reputation is extremely important in this country. Dubai is extremely small. I'll give you a very clear example. Kickbacks. I had a client of mine who bought with me for 34 million. A very beautiful 6-bedroom on the golf course. That was maybe 2 years ago, just before I joined Ben. And he calls me out of the blue and he's like, I really want to buy this project with a developer and it's a low ticket. I said to him, yes, sure. I mean, I'd love to help you. I mean, you bought your home with me. I'd love to help you with this investment. Then he asked me for a kickback. I said to him, why would you think I would give you a kickback on this? He said, because all the other brokers are offering it to me. So I was like, first of all, I am not a desperate broker. I know my self-worth. I already have a lot of business. So I'd rather lose this deal with you and make my money with another client. Kickbacks are usually offered by brokers that don't know their self-worth, that don't know their value, and they're desperate.
Yeah.
So please do
unethical.
not be
And
that
unethical.
broker. Know your self-worth. If you're giving the right service to your client, he wouldn't be asking you for that.
Absolutely.
And it's funny because sometimes the broker offers the kickback for the deal. And then when the deal is done, they don't pay the kickback.
Right?
Oh,
They don't.
business ethics again.
And then,
She's so right.
and then the customer calls the developer to complain.
Seriously?
And we're like, well,
Can you
what
imagine?
can we
And
do?
goes to the regulator to complain.
Yeah.
It
I've not
happens,
heard of
yeah.
this.
It's unbelievable.
But I hope that one day the kickback ends in this market. And it's in the hands of brokers, it's in the hands of developers, but also the government regulation
Yes,
and
I
oversight.
agree.
It's so messy.
I think the arbitrage is on the form B, right? The buyer's form, right?
Yes.
Because even from a deal perspective, I feel like the brokers only use the form B as a document to sign before you sign the MOU.
No,
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
Form B is used in secondary markets.
Correct.
So a lot of kickback happens actually in the
Correct.
developers.
Yeah, but I'm bringing
Yeah.
back because the purpose of Form B is a representation, right?
Yeah.
Where the
Yeah.
buyer is signing that he is, viewing and showing properties with that
Yeah.
broker.
Yes.
If we're talking about our wish list here, it could be a way that expanding that once the form is signed and the customer have agreed to buy that property from a developer maybe, or even the secondary market, then that's it. Because I was having a conversation with a broker yesterday, and look at the dynamic, because the broker saying, oh, please, if this buyer comes to your house through another agent, said, I can't police it because I'm selling a property. I can't police the name of the buyer. My answer was, why don't you get the Form B signed? Oh, nobody uses the Form B,
Yeah.
And that's a little
That's
bit
a
of the
very-
practicalities
yes,
that,
valid
and
point.
challenges that I feel the brokers have. And it could be one of those that could be
And
a
that's
bit more
why
enforceable.
I think Ben's suggestion of exclusivity can help a lot
Yeah.
because you have
Yeah.
one exclusive.
Exactly, right? That's why we want to just avoid all this.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go back to the show. I'm going to be a bit cheeky. I
Yes.
want both
Oh,
of you
no.
to share what, give us a sneak peek about any scenes that you enjoy doing or any moment that you think people are going to like on the show or hate.
Other than the fight, please.
Yeah, other than the fight.
There's a lot of drama actually
Yes.
throughout.
Come on, Sarah, share.
I'm trying so hard to be nice right now.
So I'll start. One of my favorite scenes, my most favorite scene is episode 12. So you need to watch the entire show to get to episode 12.
This is a promo here.
But the last, I would say 15 minutes, it really gets really candid and I get really emotional because my good friends, everyone is there. Rami, who's like a very good friend of mine, Rami Wahud from Fan Properties, 5-6 years. We've become very close. Sarah, obviously, who I work with for 2 years, we're like brother and sister now. Riyadh Gohar, which is a very good friend and dear friend of mine, 15 years. So everyone was there, and then they surprised me. I thought I was going to Riyadh's birthday, and then and it was actually an engagement party because I've just recently I got married.
Congratulations.
And so thank you. And so then my children and my mother also come in, and it's just I really got emotional.
Yeah, he almost like.
And I almost
He
lost
almost
it. Like I
cried.
teared up, and
That's nice.
just my children being there and my parents being there
Yeah.
I just got really, really emotional.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
that was probably the highlight. Besides that, I think
No, don't spoil everything.
okay,
Don't spoil.
I'll leave it at that. All right.
Yeah, one thing.
And
Sarah?
of course, my
No,
scenes with
but no,
Sarah.
we don't.
No?
You want to share?
All right.
No, for me, it was all dramatic. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Literally with every cast
Between
member.
me and you, or
Everyone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay,
With
so Sarah is
Mai, with
being brought to the
Riyadh.
show to cause chaos.
Even
Congratulations.
Rami, like even Rami, like he wasn't following me on Instagram. I'm like, we're filming together, and then he posted a story of someone who wasn't feeling well, and I wanted to message on the story, oh, I hope this person gets better soon, but I couldn't
Because he doesn't start to unfollow you?
because you know
I did a few unfollowers
because
as well during
I'm
this,
a
the
nobody,
shooting.
for him. So while we were filming, I said to him, I tried to message you, and you're not following me on Instagram. He's like, oh, am I not? I said, give me your phone.
I think Riyadh and Sarah's there was a bit of a altercation between them as well.
She's not gonna be happy about it
Why is
because
that?
it was at one of their events.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with their event.
So Sarah, you're officially the troublemaker.
But it's professional, Like Riyadh, he said something that really triggered me. Are all buyers emotional? No, they're not. You have buyers that are investors, 1 + 1 = 2. And you have buyers that are emotional. So they put all their savings, their emotions, their feelings into buying this home, even if it's above market rate, because they want to live there, they see their future there. So he said all buyers are emotional, and that's when I went, crazy.
Well, I hope people
I went
enjoyed the
crazy.
season.
Definitely they will, yeah.
So
I think even now, Mahmoud, you're convinced.
Yeah, I'm convinced. I'll go to episode number 12.
Yes,
Episode number
straight.
it's the best. It's the best. Beautiful.
So, final question, Mahmoud.
What's the future of Dubai/Abu Dhabi real estate market? How do you see 2026?
I've been here since 2002. And I've been preaching and advocating. And every time I would travel and go to Europe and go to Canada and US to visit family and friends, I was always promoting Dubai, UAE, and now even more Abu Dhabi. So it's not going to slow down. I'm sorry to the critics, but this is just the beginning. It's the tip of the iceberg. I mean, look at everything that's happened over the last 20 years. It's just the beginning. I mean, Disneyland coming to Abu Dhabi, everything that they're planning,
The urban
that
master
they're
plan.
announcing. It's just, it's unreal. Where in the world is any of this happening?
We have flying taxis coming soon.
Great.
I hope so. Sarah, Ben, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you today with
Thank
us.
you for having me and having us.
Yes, thank you. The pleasure is
We
ours.
managed to have a peaceful
Yeah,
Peaceful,
episode.
right?
yeah. Everybody still, nobody left the show, so that's a good
for having
indication.
I think I'm your first guest who came twice.
Yeah.
So I'm very honored and
We'll
very
bring you
happy.
every
Yeah,
season.
please don't
Every
take
season.
don't take for granted. Yeah,
No, not at all. Of course not.
and make sure you're following everyone.
Yeah.
Don't
Yes.
unfollow
Right?
anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I will check shortly as soon as we finish.
Mahmoud, pleasure.
Thank you.
As
Thank
always.
you.
Thank you so much.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Cecilia.
guys. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Doc.
All
honor.
the
Thank
best.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Cecilia. Bye.